Hey, I'm going to try and speed run this. So three things. One, thank God I'm in Chicago, got here safely. Two, going to a UC Berkeley hackathon. UC Berkeley is in California, I believe, near San Francisco. So if I go to UC Berkeley for the hackathon, I can go to San Francisco for the first time, which would be amazing because I'm really trying to go there. I think there's a lot of opportunities. I think there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of inspiration to be found there. I really want to go there to experience that and utilize it. So if I were to go to the hackathon, I think I'll do like I'll add some padding to my dates where I'll probably leave like 2 days earlier than the hackathon starts and maybe a day after the hackathon ends. Just so I have time to explore it. Um, Third thing, Star Labs is the research venture I've been doing. I think I started it sometime in March, January, don't know when, but it's been started. It has a LinkedIn page, has a website, really cool stuff. Looking into the explicit geometry world model, the whole physics and Butte Gaussians as a substrate for said world model. But now it's no longer just a solo venture. I actually have a friend who's working on it with me. He's planned to start sometime in June. I really want him to more so be working on the analysis, the more so the spatial intelligence side of stuff. Just for context, Star Labs means spatial temporal abstraction representation. Right now, the whole effort of Star Labs has been the representation side of things, trying to find a subject that works. If Google with their Omni model has pixels as their substrate, then World Labs with their Marble world model has Gaussians as their substrate. What we've been thinking is that we want to have a dynamic world that's explicit and persistent. So Gaussians are good, sorry, but they're static by themselves. So why not imbue them with physics, material point method, and all that? So that's what we've been looking into. And once we get that to a good point, once I get that to a good point, I then feel comfortable having him work alongside me to now figure out how do you train a model to evolve it using continuum mechanics. I know I've referenced this idea a lot because that's where the spatial intelligence aspect of it comes in. We're like, okay, let's say I have a 3D Gaussian representation of a flower. How can I move it left? How can I move it right? Um, and the general idea, what we've talked about so far, is something similar to maybe NVIDIA Cosmos. Maybe it's like you're learning from a video. So basically, with Motion, I believe this is another paper I have to even look into later. What they did essentially was that you took frames from videos and then the Gaussian representation had to mimic the frames. And that's how you basically train the model to learn how to do certain things. But that was more so, from my understanding, it wasn't really action conditioned or like text conditioned. So I couldn't really say, hey, move this flower here. Hey, add a new flower. Hey, do this or that, right? So that's really the challenge here. I think NVIDIA Cosmos may have some stuff along those lines that may help. NVIDIA Cosmos is a video-based world model. So even though it's a different substrate, a lot of the ideas or a lot of the techniques they utilize can be utilized for this substrate here. I think video again, I know when I initially came into the space with world models, I dismissed video. I was like, oh, the video is inconsistent, it's just not gonna work. But I think a lot of the video-based world models make a lot of sense and they have a lot of utility. I think they will have a lot of impact, but even just in the terms of the techniques and how you train them or improve them, a lot of it just generalizes to other stuff as well. I mean, if you've been following the whole Jeepa thing, Jeepa, they've been doing different things with Jeepa, like for stuff beyond video. So, um, I'm confident that will extend to the work with the physics and Butte Gaussians as well. But I'm just happy to have someone else because I think when June starts, when he starts with his work, it would be nice to have someone to brainstorm with, where it's no longer just me, Claude, and ChatGPT throwing ideas around, but more so having someone else to um to really just bounce off of, like to say, hey, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea, and keep on going until we finally find the idea or find the answer. Also, I think it just improves my research skills. I think I've developed a lot of good skills in terms of like reading research papers, sniffing out good ideas, but really collaborating and communicating properly is something I don't have the best experience with. Even now when I'm trying to explain world models to other people, it's I, I don't do it the best, right? I think there's a quote that's fake from Albert Einstein about like a smart person is able, if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it. And I think that's where I struggle now. So I have to really work on that. But I think having someone else where I can actually talk through ideas and explain stuff I'm more experienced with will improve that skill. So I'm most excited for that. Overall, though, based on those three things, being in Chicago, UC Berkeley Hackathon, and having someone else in Star Labs, I'm just in a really good mood. I can't wait to get back to work with this work over here, get the poster ready, go to CVPR, and just get some amazing work done. Besides that, though, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.